What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of my HLTV Fantasy. It is time for another Spring Sweet Spring event. This is the first fantasy for the third edition of this tournament. And as always, there's a large selection of teams. They're going to be playing in 8 groups of 4 each, and two of the best teams in each group get through the next stage. I believe this is only for the group stage of the event. I'll actually try it out. I'll just make a random team with random players. You can do this. We can go check how many rounds we have by checking the boosters. Yeah, just 3 rounds. Just 3 rounds. So we will leave the league now and go in here again. Oops. There we go. So here we've got the most picked players. As expected, I think. Fiend very much so a picked team. 1 win to some extent. Hyenas as well. Okay, I can see that. Those teams make sense to me, why people are picking them. If you look at these groups, both the Finnish teams are here. Okay, Ova and SJ. Alongside Galaxy Race, who are like Swedish, I guess, and Hyenas. Copenhagen Flames are, I mean, there's some interesting ones because there's a lot of teams here who I know something about at least. This is an interesting team, Copenhagen Flames. They have some good pieces, but we'll have to see how good they will do. How they've been doing lately. They actually beat Havu a couple days ago. Lost to Entropic. Beat 100 PG. But I mean, Havu have not been looking too good lately, so. Apex just signed a Cillian, which is certainly going to make them a bit stronger, but they haven't been doing it. I don't think they are just good enough, just in general. What you want to do here, I think, is pick from teams who you expect will do super well in their own groups. So Fiend, I would have to assume, do very well in their group. That's why people are picking them a lot. It just makes a lot of sense to pick a lot of Fiend players for this one. Hyenas, people expect will do well. I think Hyenas is still a bit too much of a gamble. I think they looked fine in Flashpoint, even though they went out pretty bad. These are like pretty good teams still, so beating Entropic, for example, here, good. That's a good team to beat. Amiga, but then losing to Lyngby Vikings. I think they're just a bit inconsistent still. This Group E is pretty tough because Anonymo and Wisla Krakow are both very good teams. I really don't want to pick from here, I think. Whereas 1 win, looking kind of decent. Although, isn't Tricked like pretty decently ranked? 65. What about 1 win? Are like 42. Yeah. Of these guys, 79. VP Prodigy not even listed. Guess that's like Academy team of VP. About these teams. Axe, Ambush. Pretty deep down in the rankings. I think I will pick 1 win. Of course, I haven't even looked at the price of players, but Deco makes sense to me. I think he's one of those players who's gonna probably make his team go 2-0 and he's gonna earn a shit ton of points. Of course, I will have to balance it out with some cheaper players if I want to go with Deco. But he's just that good. From whenever I've picked him, at least. I think he's been doing so well. As I said, Wisla and Anonymo in the same group, which makes it pretty hard to pick this group. Because I expect they will both win their first games, and then, yeah, you're gonna be kind of annoyed that you picked a team that's not gonna go 2-0. You kind of want to just pick players from teams that you want to go 2-0. So they have a ton of points, and then they get the padding points for the last round. So what is, for example, this group? A lot of teams who I don't know about, who are, I guess, I would have to know a lot more about this tier of CS to really pick teams from this group. I have no clue about any of them. Whereas here, I think I know too many of the group. If, for example, Wisla and Anonymo played in this group, and one of the teams in this group changed over to this group, I would be quite a lot more interested in picking one of those players. Let's check out like the prices of players a bit. Who are like the cheap options we have? Hooksy is still pretty cheap. The Pero and Ponchek decently cheap. I mean, Wisla have been doing quite well, but as I said, Anonymo could be a problematic one. Amiga is interesting but quite expensive. This 100 PG, haven't they? They're in this group. They're not like badly ranked, right? Yeah. How have they been doing lately? Losing to teams that are... These are like teams you should expect to lose to, I think. Beating Ago and Havu. What about like the other teams? How are they ranked? Like Lingby Vikings, I know, are like decent. They have Manx as well nowadays, and Budapest 5. Like, these are pretty hard. These are weirdly seeded groups. Like, the player teams, even in this group, are a lot better than the teams in this one or this one. I don't quite understand how they've gone for their seedings, but either way. I think I have to pick Fiend. They're just too good, and then I'll go 1 win alongside them. Fiend 1 win looks like the best play in my eyes. So from Fiend, if I want to pick Deco, I have to go Bubble, Daft Cost, and Deco. And then someone cheap from the other teams. It might just not be worth going Deco then. There's just not that many like super cheap players. Yeah, all of them are like, there's not like the cheapest one is like Arax from Kova apparently. So weird. Say, okay, there's like Taz. Don't want to pick those players. So we're not going Deco then. I think Bubble's probably worth it. And then another one of these guys. From here, Daft Cost is probably still worth it. And then I'll just pick some of the other players. Some of them have like standout statistics. Travis is decent headshot, but he's also quite expensive. He's I guess like the secondary star on the team alongside Deco. Breeze. Kill is decent enough for Bubble. This is a pretty tough one because players are seemingly quite expensive. I want to pick Red Star. Wait, this Red Star... Oh no, but Harn is their Oper nowadays, or what? I assume. Can I check that here somehow? Who has the most op kills? I mean, Mo had most, but like on a team. Can I check that? Is Red Star with 9 headshots and Harn with only 6? And I don't know. Tough to say. I'd love to know who is oping on their teams. On the team. Can I check it somewhere? How many op kills they get? Like, when did Harn join Fiend? Or has he been on Fiend all this time? Okay, he joined quite recently at least. So I'm not being stupid here. Who played for Fiend before? Someone left Fiend. So Harn is now in there, right? We go like further back. Why is it not going to the next page? Oh no, this is just all of that. Okay, so in this one, for example, that Mar, exactly, right? Mar was playing for them before. Okay. Like, I guess Harn is just their main op now. And Red Star ops as well. Because this is all just because I want to know, like, if I go these two, I want to know who I want to put my main AWP role on. And I guess it's going to be Harn. If I go for him. And then we have to pick someone from here. So let's check poll. I mean, even then, look at how little cash I have. I pick Harn. 179. Like, I have cash for only like some of the worst players. This is a very hard one. This could be a long video because I just don't know how to my players. I don't even know if I can go for these two teams. Like, can I even go? I might not be able to go for one win, is my concern here. I might have to pick a different team from a different group. But I do want to go Fiend. It's just lined up too well. Like, these teams, 199, 146, 137 in the world. So I can't see myself not picking Fiend. It's just which players do I pick from Fiend. Tough to say. And then which other team do I pick? The other question. Shouldn't Flames be the best team in this group, like, by quite a bit? I mean, yeah, they should. But how much better does Asilian make Apex, for example? And what if I just go for like Whistler or Anonymous and just hope that one of them wins? Because I think they're gonna do well against the other teams. But again, like, these are not cheap players. I guess Snacks is pretty cheap for an AWPer, so I could go for like Anonymous and just gamble that they beat Whistler. Or I go for Whistler and gamble that they beat Anonymous. I don't mind going Anonymous here. Snacks. It's so hard to predict most of these groups. Like, the disparity in team quality, for example, between Group E and it's like Pact and Honoris, I don't think are too bad either. Okay, they're not good, but you know. I think I'm gonna go for that. I don't know if it looks good. So him and him. Then main op Snacks. Any standout statistics? Kylar is pretty good headshot. Probably go for him. We need some roles to go our way. Fiend with, Bubble with IGL role. And then Victor or Dreamer, I guess. I guess Victor. And then what do you put on him though? It's like, stats are fine, but not like incredible. Same with Dreamer. Like, they have good stats, right? But they don't have like high headshot percentage or high entry percentage, or Dreamer has pretty nice clutch percentage. Maybe you go for that. But then even with this team, that doesn't look that insane. It's 177 grand that we have left. So the question is, like, who could we pick? We should check out if I pick Victor, 186. Is there someone better? It's like 100 PG is not a bad option here. Because there's a good chance that they 2-0 as well, I think. Except, like, Lingby Vikings is like the biggest hurdle they have to overcome. I guess I have to just pick a last player from one of these teams. It's just about who do I think is the strongest out of those. This is where having some kind of extra knowledge about the the teams, and knowing if maybe some of these players is undercosted, that could come in clutch. I guess Borup makes sense. Borup's just a good pick here. He's got high headshot. Yeah, we go headshot from him instead of Kylar. Checking if I should go for someone. I guess I still go Kylar though. Yeah. This team looks decent. Oh, I mean, I should check the hyenas, because hyenas is maybe not a bad shout if their players are this inexpensive. The Kirby is still that inexpensive. Who's the Oprah on that team? It's AZ, yeah. Huh. So what was hyenas is maybe I should go hyena. I'm gonna actually gamble on hyenas instead of Anonymous. We're gonna go these two. I mean, we're gonna go bore up 100%. And then why did I not consider? I thought hyenas would be more expensive than they are, to be honest. So that's the #1 reason I went for this. Oh my god, Fessor has a high headshot percentage as well. I think I go AZ. He's oping. Kirby did look pretty good though. Maybe you go Kirby. Did we have Oper? We don't have an Oper yet. I think it has to be AZ then. And then 220 grand left. Maybe we go. Wait a second. Maybe we go Kirby. Cut out Victor and pick Harn instead. 184 grand left now. Guess it makes no sense to pick Harn instead of one of these guys, and then yeah, no, I think AZ makes the most sense here. AZ, and then maybe you even go like Red Star. There's no like decent 200 grand guys. There's just a bunch of these 180 something, and then bad team 200s. Like the good teams have just good players or bad players mostly. I just like Red Star honestly as a player. That's why I'm kind of buying him out. You go for him, Dreamer, and then I can still go snacks with this. But I can't get Kirby. Ooh, wait. Victor and Kirby. No, not quite. Oh, I'm 1 grand off that. Damn, that would be nice. I would have loved that team if I got Kirby instead here. But I think it's just gonna be Red Star and no, wait. Not snacks, but AZ. Damn, I'm just juggling these right now, these options. The options are way too good in hyenas, honestly. Like 194 grand for an Opper, you take those. Do they juggle the Opper around a lot? Like, do other players have that as well? How often? It's like there's 2 over 60% headshot guys. I guess they don't pick the op up too much. Kirby sometimes, but not a lot of juggling it around. That's a good thing. I guess the low amount of op kills is just because his rating is low, so he doesn't get that many kills in general, so that explains that. Pick AZ, Red Star, and then 200 grand for... So... Dreamer, I could pick like any of the... I could pick snacks with AZ and Pour Up and these guys. I still am not sure. But snacks gets a lot of stats. That's just a fact. I think I like this team like how it is. And just AZ or snacks gets different thing from op. One of them gets something other than op. It just makes sense, this team, because these are all good players. Okay, so headshots obviously go on Bor Up. He just got that high headshot percentage. Op goes on AZ or snacks. I think IGL goes on Bubble. And we have these 3 guys where... Do any of them have high multi-kill? Yes. What was the like saver? Because I'm kind of eyeing... Doesn't make sense. Saver. I mean, camper deaths per round is low. So... Got CT rating. I guess AZ has pretty high CT rating as well as snacks. I'll throw snacks as CT rating. I think Oppers usually get higher CT rating just in general, and then main op on AZ. And then Dreamer Support is... I guess he's got pretty high clutch rounds, so we can... I mean, it's just 2 maps. Or the 2 matches that he's hopefully gonna have to play, so... Getting some clutches in those, you can gamble on that. I think that makes sense. Got the first round, we can throw the boosters on for that. And if everything goes as planned, they will only play 2 games. So we wanna like use the 10 best boosters on the first rounds. In the first round, like this one for example, we'll throw on one of the like bubble in round 2, I think. What else are like the best boosters for this team? Highest headshot percentage, Borup, I think is a good. But his teammate had high headshot percentage as well, so you have to take that into account. Where this gets a bit worse because of that. Like it was Thesor, I think, who had high headshot percentage as well. We have like, I should go check pistol stats and all those other stats on these players as well. Go players, pistol rounds. Do we have some kind of grenade kings? Borup has decent grenade stats, but the best. So pistol rounds. Check 6 months. I would be surprised. Bubble's too good, yeah. That Borup. He might not be listed. Easy listed. Dreamer's freaking good. Okay, so we got Dreamer and best pistol on one of these. Probably first round best pistol Dreamer. Damn, that's a nice pistol rating. Okay, what are the flash assists? Bubble is pretty damn good. Okay. Borup. These guys haven't played enough, I think, is what. Dreamer's okay. Max probably not that good. Okay. But like Bubble had pretty good. Damn good flash stats. So I think I'll go Flash Bubble first round. Which other ones? So KAST and top of scorecard I think are 2 that we'll always use. Dreamer KAST. That makes a lot of sense. I'll go K. I think it's better this way around. Okay. But we have top of scorecard. I think I'll go top of scorecard snacks first round. Then Avenger. So some, I guess, 30 bomb. Unless you want to go, I don't think 30 bomb's that good of a booster. Lutch is a pretty nice booster. I think I'll go. Wait, we already used Dreamer. Okay, Borup. Borup's got pretty good clutch round percentages, so I'll go Clutch Borup in second round. Clutch I like to use in matches that I expect to be closer, and I think first round is not going to be as close as second round. Assist is a pretty good one. So 1.5, 0.15, 0.15. Bubble has the best one there. Maybe go this on someone else. Could go like this one on someone else. I think I'll go assist on Bubble. I think it's one of those that hits quite often. And we'll go for this on AZ here. It's tough to, I mean, you have to put this somewhere. But I don't know what else I would put on AZ, I guess. Snacks has 1 top of score. So we have 3 more slots. General Borup's got 1. We could still go aimbot Borup and just hope that he rags out a bit more and gets more headshots. Obi, he was also pretty good at grenade kills, but that's a pretty rare one, I think. This is like the most picked one, so Avenger is one that is used a lot. I think I want to use Avenger as well. And I think I will go Avenger on Borup rather than headshots here. He's not entering a lot, right? So he's most likely trading more. Which others are people using a lot? bait, yeah, pistol, aimbot. Yeah. AZ and snacks, 1 each. So they're both ops. I think I'll go saver. Ooh, I can't go saver on that one as well. I'd go saver here for the first round. Maybe I go saver here. And then 3-1 here. Okay, and then snacks. This is a bit tougher. So, I don't think so. Bait makes some sense. I think bait might be the best one. He entries quite a bit. And, I mean, they're probably going to play Whistler in the second game, so, or second round, so that could be the best way of doing it. I will add other boosters in case of a third round. But yeah, I think that's it for this video. I will be making another video a bit later about, wait, which event is it? The European Development Championship 4. I might make it another day though, because it's pretty late here already and there's still some time to make the lineups. But either way, check out the secondary lineup. It's going to be in the description down below. And remember to like and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.